a lot of times, especially where we're re-emerging into the world a little bit right now, there can be a lot of fear that comes up. How can I go back out there? Is there a threat? Am I okay? When we're disconnected from our own body, we don't actually know. Not only do we not know what's the best thing I can eat to support my health today, which could change day to day. It's not about what you read in a book, but we don't even know like what is, this choice. Should I make this choice? Is this choice going to be a good investment for me to move in this direction? Or is this relationship really serving my highest life? So we don't access that awareness. We kind of live in the mind, and what one of my mentors, Sylvie Olivier, calls the mental archives, stored back here in the memory bank, and we just access that. The mental archives tell us what the world says we should be. Here's who you are. Here's what you're supposed to be. Here's what it's supposed to look like. Here's how to make sure everything goes okay. It's all about fear and control. It's all about the small self. We've got to actually let that reside as it is and move into something deeper to access things like, what's the highest choice for me right now? Or what would create the most in my life and in my world? And to begin living from a higher space of awareness that comes through the heart. And I've shared in a lot of other Mind Body TV episodes about the power of your heart, the technology of your energy system. When you feel this space of your heart and breathe into this space of your heart, it shifts your electromagnetic field. It happens immediately. It shifts your chemistry, your hormones, your digestion, your immune system. That happens very quickly as well. It also shifts your brain states, what you think, and how you perceive the world. And this is why I wanted to speak to this topic today. So a lot of people are asking me, well, don't you know about 5G and why aren't you doing anything? Or don't you know about, what's happening globally right now? And there's all kinds of behind the scenes of what's really going on. And the answer is yes, I am aware of many of these things and have been for many, many, many years. And I think for a lot of people in this community, as a highly sensitive person, as an empath, even if you don't know the specifics, you know the tonality, the frequency of like, something's not quite right with the world as I've been sold is the reality. You're like sniffing around and you feel the awareness of, that doesn't sound right to me. Something else going on. Because you're so energetically sensitive, you could just immediately tune into someone speaking and know, like, is this person telling the truth? Is this someone I can trust? You immediately have that awareness in your body. Most of us have shut this down, either because it's too painful to be that sensitive when I don't have a context for how to deal with it, so I don't want to be empathic, or you've just been shown by society how to stay disconnected and march on. Stay with the party line, stay with the status quo, stay with the agenda that's been kind of imposed on you of who you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to do your life. And it's a matter of like, hey, just kind of pipe down and get with the program. And I see this with a lot of people who've been treated for anxiety and depression, that there's truth that wants to live through them, but they suppress it because they're so, they've bought into the idea that that's wrong. And they want to just kind of like make it through this reality, stay under the radar, and get by. But what the world really needs, especially right now when we're in a massive global awakening, society will start to slowly reopen, and it's time to create a new world. It's time to create from love instead of fear. Can't really access that unless we're connected in our body. And so to relax your shoulders, slow your breathing, feel what you feel, notice what's there, and tune in. Because the only way you're going to access the truth of what will really create global change, or what choices will feed and fuel me into health, wealth, and vitality, or what's the best for my family, for my kids, for my work, for my career, that'll allow an expansion in my life. You can't know that when you're operating from the mental archives and the programs and disconnecting from your body.